Hello, this is SuperGuy5000. I'm going to be reviewing for you today a book called Aya by Robert M. Storms and Adam J. Seabech. This is a book that I was kind of scared to read at first. I thought, oh man, what if it's boring? Those worries were thrown right out the window when I started reading this book. This book is amazing. This book takes you on a wonderful adventure with good characters and great character development. Um, Also, there is no need to restrain spoilers, so here we go. We start with Aya losing her mother a couple weeks before Chapter 1 starts. Chapter 1 takes you into the psychology of Aya and helps you understand what she's going through, and it's something I really sympathize with. Then her father Nikolai comes into her dorm or room and gives her this seashell that really holds no significance in chapter 1 through, I want to say, 7. I really didn't memorize the chapters, but, because a lot goes on in this book for a 354 page book. Also, we also meet this knight named Jacob in chapter 1. He didn't run away, he went on a secret mission to find a cure for the queen's illness, and he failed, so he stayed behind in whatever place he was in. And he comes back and says he was attacked by goblins. The goblins have a truce with humans that started at the end of the Goblin War. And this was requested upon Nikolai's best friend Haymond, who is a healer but also studies in magic. So when the goblins break the truce, it's all for vengeance, and this vengeance is being driven by Queen Anja, who is a really ruthless bitch. And Adam and Robert did such a good job at writing this villainess. Like, there was nothing to redeem her. And she was just maleficent, And this is one of the good things I love about this book is its characters. I love Sasha, I love Gallo, especially Gallo. Mordred, Jacob, and Aya. I love all these characters, and I really want to see a sequel where I can read about what the surviving characters are doing next. And also, another thing I liked was the chapter length. I really don't like long chapters in books. Long chapters can drag on forever and ever for about 50 pages. The Grapes of Wrath, I was reading The Grapes of Wrath for high school a year ago, and there was a chapter that was about 52, 53 pages long. That chapter bored me to death so much because I was just basically falling asleep while I was reading the book. Heck, I'm probably falling asleep right now just thinking about it. Actually. But this, overall, Adam and Robert did a really good job writing this book. I totally congratulate them for finishing it. It took them 2 years, and 2 years is a really good time period to finish a book. And I really like the elements that Adam added, and I really like the story that Robert Storms came up with. And it was a really good decision for him to bring Adam in on this, because without Adam, I think this story would have been downplayed a little bit. And as far as issues go, just some grammar issues. That's about it. No story issues, nothing. It, except I do have a nitpick. Actually, this is an issue. The way the character of Aya is written is kind of like a cross between a badass / damsel in distress Princess Peach type, where she will literally fall on the ground and she'll close her eyes and then all of a sudden this magical power will, light up. And she claims that Jacob taught her how to fight. So my only question is, if Jacob taught her how to fight, then why isn't she fighting? And it's just kind of a question I had. But I'm wondering how they're going to do a sequel if they ever decide to do one. Considering how the book ends, it ends with Aya dying. And Aya is the title character, so while she is Anja's daughter, that's a huge plot twist. Anja, I know there's going to be some kind of loophole if they come up with a sequel. Maybe she's going to be resurrected like Jason was in Friday the 13th Part 6. Jason lives. Overall, I give this book an A, and I wish the best to these two. They're just YouTubers that review stuff on YouTube, and I'm really big fans of them. And I am really satisfied with my care. Take care.